Hey guys, what's going on? Today I got my boy Leon with me, and we're gonna work on a simple pass for no-gi because I think a lot of people are afraid of passing a no-gi because you think no-gi. I usually will hear takedowns, wrestling, or leg locks. That's it, right? Like that's all you hear about no-gi. But you can also do a lot of passing no-gi just because you don't have the friction of the gi. And so a lot of your passes are actually going to be easier no-gi just because your opponent can't hold you. So we're just going to cover a basic pass that I really like to do, and I think it's kind of very understated, underutilized in no-gi, and it's such a great option that you guys should add it to your game too. So I'm gonna have Leon go to his guard, and guys, we're just gonna work a basic toreando pass. What's really important is how you approach your opponent's guard. And I've shown before, but I never want to leave like one of my legs out to where you can just kind of grab it and then kind of reap me or put me in like a single leg X guard or something, because now I'm in a totally different position that I don't want to be in. So it's really important when you're approaching your opponent. I always want to kind of control his legs, and I want to be inside of his legs. We call this the inside space, okay? I always want to be somewhere in this area, okay? Even if I'm gonna do the toreando pass, I want to control this inside space. If I feel like he's kicking one leg between or he's trying to trap one of my legs, I need to quickly back away, okay? And so your approach, everyone's got a different approach. My approach, I like to kind of start lower, and look, I want to bring my hands from under and then bring them over, okay? Again, I'm bringing my level's kind of low. I'm bringing my arms together, but under his legs, and then I swim over, okay? One thing I see a lot of people do, even with the gi on, they control the legs too high, and now I don't really have control of his foot. So if he lassos or something, like I don't really have control of him, okay? Because he can always get that leg back in somehow. So when I bring my arms in, guys, I want to control his shins with my hands. So I'm actually gonna grab his shins, okay? So we're here, I grab, and from here, my goal is gonna be to kind of get his legs to one side, and I want to move myself to the opposite side, okay? As I'm doing that, so I'm pushing his legs to one side as I move opposite, and now I want to kind of open that space up. From here, especially no-gi guys, we have to capitalize on that opportunity. So as soon as I open up his legs, I'm gonna bring my body into that open space. Okay. One thing I'm very conscious of, whenever I'm in side mount or knee on belly or anything, I almost want to have my body on his hips, my weight on his hips, and also kind of, you see how my back's kind of towards his legs? If I'm too square, sometimes they can lasso over. Lasso, or they can go for like one of those weird triangles. But when I bring my back kind of towards his legs, try to do it again, you see it's a lot harder, okay? And of course, sometimes I need to readjust and get under his arm or something and control like the side a little bit better. But when I'm passing, I need to kind of take that space when I see it, okay? One more time. So I'm here. Again, I like to stay lower, and sometimes I'll mix my approach up. So I'll move side to side, I'll come forward and backwards, and then back again forward. So you don't want to be too predictable to where your opponent can kind of read you. So again, I'm starting low, hands coming under and over. And from here, I like to kind of put a little bit of pressure on his legs. So you can't really move around a little bit, Leon. It's kind of hard to move. So again, I push his legs to one side as I step opposite of him. And my goal is kind of open up his hip. Open up that space here. From here, look how I kind of bring my hip to his hip. All right? So I'm controlling both sides of his hips, guys. All right? From here, I kind of like to have my back towards my opponent's legs. And even if he's fighting me, I can hold it enough to switch back to the regular side now. Okay? One thing that will happen, when I'm controlling his legs, sometimes he'll try to kick one leg like out. Like that. So when I'm doing my move and I feel him starting to go, that's also a good setup, okay? So don't wait, you need to, as soon as I feel that leg kind of coming, you see how he's coming kind of inside? I'm gonna use his force against him. Do it again. And I turn his body as I open up his knee and his hip. Again, guys, I don't have a lot of time here. One thing I want you to be careful of is trying to go knee on belly, especially Noki. It's gonna be easier for him to elevate me and bring his leg over. This leg over. That way, or sometimes they'll hook in. Yeah. And this is where I don't want to be, especially if you're a gi guy trying to do no gi. You messed up. You got here, you messed up, you might as well tap out, bro. You're not getting out. So when I'm passing, especially no gi, don't do the knee on belly, guys. I want to bring my hip to his hip. Boom. Stay tight. A lot of times they'll try to frame on you. So look, I don't want to stay here and let him push me backwards. Look at that. Yeah. As soon as I feel him trying to push me, I need to bring my hips square. And now I can do the cross face and get the underhook, etc. So now I'm gonna have Leon try a little bit on me, just so you guys can kind of see his approach. You're gonna do the same move as me, the toreando. I'm just gonna have you do it so they can see me kind of helping you if I need to. So I'm gonna bring your arms under. There. Control the shins, go back. So you see how, like, if you hold my legs, like, do it again. Like, I'm gonna try to do something, and that's when you can go. Exactly. But you see how you left a little bit of space here? Bring your hip to my hip. There. You see the difference? And if they try to push you, get square. Yeah. No, come back. Like, sometimes they'll try to push you, square, turn your hips over. Yeah, that way. So you need to be fast. Sometimes the guy's really strong. You know how you fight a lot of stronger people? You gotta be quick with that. Okay, one more time. Nice. And you know, no-gi, sometimes the guy will they'll try to turn, and then you just take the back, okay? Boom. Nice. All right, guys, so that was just an easy guard pass. Again, there's more advanced concepts in there. I just wanted to give you something that you guys can you can go and use now, okay? So let me know how it works. Till next time, peace out. Ciao.
Peace out, Leon.
Leon's upset.